Hi, welcome to the News Agenda for Friday the 13th of November, 2020. I'm Jen Durbent. It's nice to see y'all. Thank you for coming in. You can see that the studio is kind of disheveled, so I just wanted to let you know that this is in progress. I got some rearranging to do this weekend, so we'll get there. Thank you for your patience. Apologize for no video on Wednesday. It happens. So it's also, because it's November 13th, it is Start a Rumor Day. And you know what I heard? I heard someone is sad. Because he lost an election. Oh, when? I mean, I get it. Losing sucks. I hated it when I lost the Nobel Prize last year. I mean, I wasn't even nominated. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything that would deserve it, at least. But you know, it would have been nice to have at least been acknowledged. But the whiner in chief, seen here after he pretended he wasn't too slow after someone pulled back from a high five, attended Veterans Day ceremonies on Wednesday. He also honored veterans by undermining the military chain of command. He appointed loyalists to the Pentagon, including retired General Anthony Tata, seen here waiting to be called on to answer a question. Tata was rejected by both Democrat and Republican senators for being Islamophobic. So what do you do when you can't get a job for being a bigot because of the Senate? You get hired in a position that does not require Senate approval. And now he's acting something or other. Hollywood talent agents say that his acting reel is impressive, but they don't know if they want to take on such a controversial client in addition to Mel Gibson. The president, seen here with his father, a man who never loved him, Fred Trump, has been filing lawsuits throughout the country, trying to eke some kind of hope out that he can remain in office. These lawsuits have nearly been all dismissed, and none of them seem to be capable of overturning the result. Despite President Trump's declarations that the election was rigged, truck drivers have no idea what he was talking about and their semi-trucks. He had only been in the truck once. One trucker, a Miles de Oberlin, speculated Trump was playing with toy trucks. And that's cool. Good for the president to try and do some self-care. I get it. As far as the election, today a broad coalition of government and industry officials declared the election the most secure in American history. Smoke-filled rooms throughout the 1800s had no comment. A senior election official disagreed that the election was rigged. Ben Hovland is seen here wearing a tasteful gray suit, a light blue button-down, subtle striped tie, completing the ensemble with a cheap bottle of water. He said the accusations were baffling, laughable, and insulting. Trump then replied, "Insulting? That's the idea. I'm politically incorrect, baby." In no comment news, most of the Republican Party, well, at least at the federal level, they seem to all be going around with Trump's claims. Only 4 have acknowledged President-elect Joe Biden. And one of the senators, Susan Collins, who recently won re-election, said she was very concerned about the whole election thing and she would think about it. This, however, contradicts with reports by scientists and people who are familiar with her past political work who say she's not expected to think about it or do a goddamn thing. In slightly too on-the-nose news, in England, a baby zebra named Hope has died. I'm not making that up. The zebra bolted and ran into the boundary of the enclosure after it was scared by some fireworks. Creative writing teachers throughout England lamented the death of Hope as a heavy-handed use of irony by God. In red state, blue state news, Texas was the first state to reach 1 million coronavirus cases. Congratulations, Texas.
California
Then joined the Mile High COVID Club on Friday. I'm proud to be an American where we can nearly all be united as a red country. Also in coronavirus news, the Secret Service is down 130 people due to COVID or quarantine related to COVID things. That's like a tenth of their workforce. Most of the cases are believed to be due to the election campaign, which brought the Secret Service into contact with thousands of enthusiastic maskless supporters. Rome's Praetorian Guard were unavailable for comment. Trump said that there was no truth to the rumor that he will leave dirty, COVID-infected Kleenexes throughout the residence, but that it was a good idea. In Supreme Court Justice Doesn't Understand Freedom of Speech news, Justice Sammy Sam Sam Alito gave a speech on Thursday. The justice, seen here trying to not move when his wife noticed he had his hand in the cookie jar, addressed Federalist Society as a keynote speaker. You can't say that marriage is a union between one man and one woman. Until very recently, that's what a majority of Americans thought. Now it's just considered bigotry. However, of course, being a bigot is not against the law. He had no comment on that, just that other people can respond to such comments, which is weird, because, you know, the whole more speech is the answer thing. He said recent law school graduates face harassment and retaliation if they say anything that departs from law school orthodoxy. Citation needed? Is it mockery? Because you know mockery is free speech. Did you know that, Sammy Sam Sam? Huh? Did you? He said this to the Federalist Society. I think you know how they feel about their views. There's a link up there or in the comments if you were wondering. In entertainment news, the house from Full House was finally purchased for $750,000 below the initial asking price. The house was purchased by the Property Brothers, who expect to slap a coat of paint on it and double their asking price. They beat out Alanis Morissette for the house, who planned to burn the house down because it helped build up her ex, Dave Coulier. And that's the news. I would love it if you, as a liker or a subscriber or a bell ringer, I would love you to do all those. So please do them. It really helps. Follow me on Twitter as Jen Durbent. And thank you to everyone who upvotes or downvotes or comments and watches in any way. Your engagement is super helpful. Thank you. Yeah. What I would like to ask, if you can, is would you please contribute to my Patreon? I post the scripts on there and random stuff. If you don't have $5 a month, I'll throw you on the credits that appear after the show, and there are increasing tiers from there on. But even $1 a month goes a long way. See, what I look to do when I get enough of a cash flow is to pay for closed captioning. I simply cannot do that with the current production schedule. I'll keep you posted, but honestly, I need at least 10 more patrons, maybe 20, to really solidify where I can pay a trans person to provide the caption for my shitty, amazing jokes. Captions, not a transcription, please. I got a script. I've even got a person. I upload to this Patreon. Remember? They're all there. Anyway, I'll leave you at that. I was called smart and funny the other day, and that gave me some serious good serotonin feels. So if it seems a little much right now, that's why. But I do want to get some help to get things done. So let's get keeping going started or something. Also, please remember, I love you. Please. I do.